Who knows? Let's go here. Somewhere in there. Test. Okay, where did my... There it is. Let's go here. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Okay. Not sure what happened there, but we've got our SketchUp back. What's going on, everyone? Today we are playing around with this jack some more here. This is the 3D printed kind of little simple jack stand that I designed. It's going to work well for the one application that I want to use it for. So that would be for at work, where I work in medical supplies and do repairs on wheelchairs and scooters and all that kind of stuff. Basically to hold the wheelchair frame from actually hitting the ground when it's actually when we take the tire off to either replace it, that kind of a thing. So that way people don't have a damaged unit when we give it back to them, because wheelchairs are not cheap. So this was my initial design, just kind of a tester. And then it's just got this pin latch here. As you can see, it's only 3 parts that are printed. Now, what I was wanting as well is one that would work for that, but as well as one that would work for my mountain bikes and being able to flip even my e-bike over where I have, you know, all my electronics and stuff visible there, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a half size version. So with that, we only have to really worry about knocking the one column down right here. So this guy here, we're just basically going to be cutting it in half, and then this guy here will get cut in half as well. What we're going to do though is we're going to redesign this guy here, and I do believe what I'm going to do is add another hole in the middle of the base plate as well, so that way when the unit is actually closed, so if I pull the pin out, something like that, it drops down and it goes flush, which is not a big deal because you can just slide it out, but it would be nice to have just a little hole on the bottom here that we can like plunk it back up and be able to get it out without any issues. But that being said, I have a new design for the top here, which is going to be a little bit different. And the pin, you can lock it in the bottom position here as well. There is the through hole there. So that way, when you go to transport it, the bottom is completely, maybe, hopefully. Yeah, well, it should work. There we go. So there we go. It's just, I haven't put anything through that hole before, so it's a little tight at the end here. This little ball roller on the end here tends to get in the way at times. So that is this guy, which I'll, like I said, going to make that half size. I'll keep the base plate the same. And what we'll be able to do is create different top plates. So if we want, you know, something like an extended, you know, tube, or we want something that we can use for a mountain bike, and then maybe something that has that curved inlay or something of a different size, we're going to be able to adjust that accordingly and be able to just quickly screw off the top part and put on a new one. And then we would be able to use it for multiple other things. So, you know, I could think of so many different ways of things I could use this for that aren't, well, stuff that you just kind of be like, oh, hey, I'm just going to print it for this one thing. I'm printing this and making this because I know I can use it for multiple instances, and it would get used quite a bit regardless. So, but having like this all comes apart, so this base will snap off of here. And it would be a nice foldable design, right? So you can just lay it down and have it ready to go when you need. Right? Right, I agree. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have a look at this design here. The first thing I want to do is I'm just going to copy this one here. So I'm just going to bring that here, and then I'm going to copy this one here. And just so we can redesign these, because I want to keep the longer ones just for reference as well. And so we'll just do something like that, and then we'll have these two match up. Now, this one here, on the way I made it so it would slide in here nice and easy, is I just did a 0.5 millimeter on all the sides in, and it doesn't rattle in there or anything like that. It's nice and solid. We don't have to worry about it flopping around and not being supportive of the inner tube. Yeah, so basically all I'm going to do is redesign those two pieces, and what I think we'll do is we'll have it so our screw goes, I was thinking that the screw would slide in, but I think what we're going to have to do is basically have it come in through the bottom here. That's going to be the way to keep the most strength to it. So the screw would go through, and then we'd have a spot to have like a nut on the top part and set in, so it's nice and tight, and then we'd be able to screw that top part on, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm thinking we're going to do here. So first thing is first, and we are going to take care of this guy here, just so we can get the height right, and then we'll go ahead. Actually, we can go to explode on this one and explode on this one, and that way we can actually start to edit it, and then we'll create it as our smaller designs, right? So, but this does snap into here nice. If we wanted to, we could throw a little glue in there, make it nice and solid, but really not needed. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this guy, and actually, what is the height? Because I think I want it half the size. So half of 100. So we're going to bring it down to 50. Oh, but it really wants me to. It really wants me to. Is that 50? That can't be 50. Or is it perspective? Yeah, it is too. All right. Never mind. So we would have the 3 holes. Or do we want to go get rid of 3 holes? Yeah, let's go up. We'll just go whatever is right under here, and that's where we'll do our design. So I'm just going to find the bottom here and go like that. And then basically everything above this is going to get removed. And then we'll just shrink the other one down to that size as well, right? So I can go like that. let's go, well, what's that? So the distance on that one's going to be 41.5 millimeters. Okay, so we're going to drop the print down that much. And then we're just going to bring this all around. And let's go like this, and hopefully it should all line up. Okay, and then I want to take this, kind of square this one off, get that cleaned up, and then we'll just go down 41.5 on this one. So 41.5, hit enter, and that should match up once we go and get this one in. So I will, no, there we go. Let's get rid of you. Oh, I think because that's actually touching the bottom there. Could be. Yeah, totally is. Okay. Fine. Be that way. Okay. Just get rid of these ones. And then we'll come over here. Get rid of these guys. Oh. Come on. There we go. And let's get rid of this guy. This guy. This guy. And then it is as easy as just dropping that down. And we'll just go right down to the line. There we go. Now we have our smaller, right? That should be so 52.5. So 52.5 plus what's this guy? So 52.5 plus 6. So 58.5 is what this guy here should be. So if we math, okay, 58.5. So that's going to line up. So our pin's going to be able to go in. So either the lock position or, the top position, and it'll have enough meat there to be stable. I'm going to redesign this longer one as well. So I'm going to need one more because I want to make that taller add-on for this guy here. As you can see, like, it is fairly small. It's only 100 millimeters high, right? But for some applications, it's still going to be too high. So that's why we're making the smaller version. That way people have an opportunity to print different sizes that they need. And we're going to make those adjustable tops. So we'll make one where it's just a resting little jack stand. And then we'll make something where it will actually latch over, or we can add like a Velcro strap to it to strap that over top of it so it's more secure, is what I think would be a good idea. I don't know. I will just have to try, and yeah, we'll just have to redesign as per needed, right? That's the way it works. So, let's start with this guy here. So what I'm thinking is I need a screw to match that up. Let me grab something. So what do I got here? What would make this easy? I think an M5 would be the ideal solution. I do have a bunch of, I think these are M3s. But we're going to use it with, so yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll just go with like this style here. So we just got to figure out how much threading we want coming out the top. We're not going to want too much, right? We're just going to want enough so that way we're able to actually get that screw um, there enough so we can. No, we're going to want it a little bit longer, because then we'll have it solid and then go into the nut on the middle of the whatever top piece that we're going to create. I think that would be good. So we'll try with this. We'll see how this guy would do. I think this is an like a 30 mil. Only one way to really find out. Let's go here to here. So that looks like 25. Okay, so by 25 mil. So that should be, where's that, an M4? Might be an M4. I don't know, we'll find out. So what I want to do is 2 holes. One is going to be I'm going to say that's 3. Let's go with 4. We're going to go 4. And then the head of the screw is 7 mils. So we're going to have 2 holes. One's going to be that 4 millimeter hole. So let's start with, okay. So we're going to have an issue here putting Okay, so if we put the pin in, we'd have to come up with a different pinning system. What I am thinking is, you know what? Let's go like this, and then we're going to do our 2 millimeter hole. Well, that's going to be 4 millimeters from end to end. It's 2 from here to here. Should be anyways. Yeah. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. So if I said that was, how long was that? 20, was it 25? So if that's 25, of course my battery had to die on the camera. I don't know why that battery died. Let me grab another one. Please change your battery. Okay. Maybe I put the right one in. Or maybe all my batteries are dead. Find out. Maybe that'll work. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Let's see if that camera came back. Okay, it did. All right. So we got it back for a few more minutes anyways. So this screw here is the one we're going to use. It's 25. So 12 and a half down, 12 and a half up. That gives us enough to thread it on. Okay, so we're going to go, that main hole is going to be, so we're going to go down 12.5. And then we're going to just draw our line here. And we're going to go 12.5. there. Come over here, find our center point. And then for the head of the screw, it's going to be about 3 millimeters thick. So we're going to go 3 millimeters by 3 millimeters by 7. So, so 7, so 3.5 millimeters to the right, and then 3 up, and then over. So that should be 7 down to 3. Okay, and then we just take our eraser, clean this up just a little bit, and then we want to, yeah, so actually we're going to have to go like this, and then 1.5. I just don't like this idea. I really don't. Oh. And then if I take the eraser, go like that. Because go like this. Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan of this idea. Because then all I would do is I don't know, we'll just do something like this. Something like that. But this needs to go in. Let's hide that for a second here. Let's hide that. So what I'm thinking is, because that's got to come out here, like something like that. All right, let's hide that. And then go like that. Match it up a little bit. And I don't know. All right. Go from here to here. Here to here. I'm just wondering, because we're going to have to, well, I guess we can just go like this. That, like that. We can drop that down. But we still need, well, now that we've done that, we're going to be able to just delete this stuff here. And then we would just have to do that on this side here, but then we're going to have to extend it around here. So let's go here to here to here to here. And then this guy here. Honestly, it would probably be better if we just go with a different design on this. I'm not liking this, but the screw would sit in here and it's not gonna rattle around or anything, right? And then we just need to have up top here, we'll do an octagonal screw or nut, sorry, for the top here. And that's what's going to hold the main unit together once that's slid in there. So with that, I'm going to go, I don't even know where this is going. Hopefully I can find, I don't think I'm on the wall of this correctly. No. Okay, but now I can see where it is. All right. Just go around it here. Okay. Well, you all need to be erased. Okay. So that's looking a little bit better. Then that screw's going to slide into there. I just don't like this big gap here, but we're going to have the other piece. Is that right? It's only 3. We need 4. I need to go 0.5 millimeter out. Is that going to be strong enough? Yeah, it should be. So if I go 3, no, I got to go 4. So I got to go 0.5 millimeter over on both sides. So 0.5. Right? Is that half? Yeah. So we're just going to go bring this down here. And go over here. 0.5 here. And on the end point. And then that will bring it to the 4. Just go like that. Yeah, I guess. We could always put... Oh. Now you're thinking. We'll make another little piece that will slide in here after, once it's actually physically tightened on. Because I wish I made this on the bigger one first, but oh well. All right. So we've got that. Let's clean up in here just a bit. Get some of this garbage gone. Okay. There we go. That's looking better. Yeah, so we'll just make a plastic sliding piece that will go in here to plug that hole and hold that screw that's going to be put in here into place. Why didn't I think about that before? As far as the nut that is supposed to be on here, Now I have to make this octagonal, but then I need to, so I need to go like this, and is this where, so if I measure from here to here, okay, we have 2 millimeters there. So we're gonna get our polygon or whatever, and that needs to be, how big was that? So that's 8 millimeters. So this needs to be 4 millimeters. So let's go. So let's go 4, enter. Okay. And then now go like this, erase. Now we just need to offset this here down. What is it? 3 millimeters? 3 millimeters down. And then that nut will sit right in that groove there and it'll pinch in absolutely fine. So if we go down, we're going to go 3. And there we go. And then we can erase that. Right? And then we go edit, unhide all. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Right? So that's going to slide in there. And all we have to do is make something to slide into this part here. So if we get rid of that, right? Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. And then all we're going to do is make a filler shim that's going to slide in this area here and lock into place around that screw. So it'll fit nice and tight. It'll prevent that screw from wobbling, and it'll make it look like a solid brick, and it will be secure-ish. I don't know. We'll try it. We will try it, because why not, right? All right, so we've got that. That's going to go there. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make this a component. So make a component and inner tube small. Okay. So now we have this guy done. We're going to be able to now draw here to here to here to here to here to here, right? Here, here. No real mathing involved here, just design it. And then we're just going to push this up to this. And now you can see it's starting to come together a little bit. So that's where this will go. But we want to have it so it locks that screw. So all I'm going to do is grab this to here. And then bring this to here. Grab my shapes, circle, go to the middle here, go like that, do that. Oh, Control Z. And we're going to erase that. And then we're just going to drop that down to there. Right? Because we hide that, and then we go here. So that will be the locking block. So once that's in, that's it. But it's not going to move around because this is the right distance for the head of the screw to slide into. All right. So now we can go select that, make it a component, and we'll call this, I'll just call it the shim for now. We'll call it that. Oh. Okay. So is that going to be, does that look right? Something doesn't look right here. Oh, no, we can't do it that far. It has to be, because we need that part there. So I'm going to go Control Z. Let's swing this guy around here. Then we're going to go here to here. And then we're going to go here. Right, like this. Go like that. Is that right? Okay. Then we're going to drag this down to here. And then we're going to erase this guy here. Oh. And then explode that. All right. So now I should be able to delete that. Okay. We got to draw another line like that. So this is where the screw is going to go in, but we do need to have the gap for the head of that screw. So this bottom part here actually needs to be moved back, but we actually need it to act normal. So we'll just go like that. And why won't you do what you're supposed to? So from there, so what is that? I just want to see here. So that is 7. So we need to go back 3.5. No. Yeah. 3.5. And that should be here. So this is where we're going to want to have that stopper be. And we could probably go another 1/2 inch back, but so what's that? 3.5 there. And then we're going to go down here. Basically, we're just going to push that upwards. So now we should be able to go from this side here right across to that side and push that upwards. Go like that. Erase that piece, not that piece, that piece, and then those two guys there. And then let's draw one more line underneath here to fill that in. All right, so that should be the shim that we need. That's going to lock the screw, and this is where the head is going to come up to. But I think what we'll do is move that another 1/2 millimeter back. That way we can make sure that we get that plug flush in there, and that head of that screw is not going to be in the way at all. Okay, so we'll try that. All right, so now we'll call this a shim. Make component. Yes, replace, view, edit, unhide all. So now that should lock into place correctly. If we did everything correctly, so the screw will slide in, the shim will go in. That way we're getting complete stability on the top of this. And then as far as making this for the longer one there, it's just going to be as simple as just redoing that inside there, or cutting it off and putting it on top of the other one as a component, and then exploding it. And then, yeah, there's ways to do it. So what I'm thinking is we will get the print for this started right now. And we'll try it out. We'll see how that screw fits in there. Hopefully it shouldn't, we're not going to do like a really big fill in it, so it shouldn't take too long to print. So I'm going to just export that. So what we can do is just go like this, grab that, bring it over here, and then we can go this. Oh, and export STL. And so I'm going to call this one inner tube small, and then export this one and shim. The shims are going to be the same size regardless if it's the tall one or the bottom one or the small one. So we got the inner tube. Okay. And then I do want to export one of these smaller ones here too as well. So that's outer tube small. Save. So while things are doing its thing here, I'm just gonna be right back 1 minute here, and then we'll carry on here. Okay, so I'm just going to get the 3D printer turned on. All right. 3D printer is turned on. Now I'm just going to, I do have here. If I, let's see if that's actually going to work here. Okay, so if I, where is it? Go here. We should have Repetier host ready to go. And we will just go to here and we're going to go inner tube small that open. Whatever, repair it then. Okay, so I think I'm going to, maybe I'll lay this one down flat. Well, Oh, let's see what happens here. I just don't want something that's going to be a pain to clean up, right? And it really looks like only that little bit at the back. Is that right? That's got to be... Okay, so let's go slicer. So let's rotate that 90. Nope. 90, 90, 90. There we go. Let's lay that flat because then nothing should be in the way, right? So if I go here though, put that up here. Get this up here a little higher on the bed. I don't know, something like that. Then I shouldn't need any more supports. Let's have a look here, make sure no supports are being put in there. Yeah. So I think that's going to be the ideal solution. No. I don't want that inner tube to be... There we go. Right, that should be a bit more ideal anyways. It's going to take 4 hours. Well, let's scrap the outer tube. We'll do the shim and the inner tube and see how long that'll take. Still 2 hours. All right, whatever. Let's save it to here. Inner tube small +1. Save. And then I will just go to Octoprint 109. Okay. Beautiful sound. Let's go to Is it under Anycube? Tools? No. All right. We'll go to upload, 3 designs, check. All right. Okay, and I'm just gonna yeah, it looks okay to me. All right, so inner tube small, Let's go ahead. We'll get that guy printing. And come back over here. And I will go like that. We'll come back to SketchUp here. There we go. All right. And because if this does work, then I'm going to have to do this for this bigger one. And this is going to allow us to make those attachments on top, right? I just want to make sure it's correct before we go ahead and make more stuff for it. I have no idea if my microphone's going to pick up the 3D printer a lot or not. I did try setting some settings in, yeah. So it kind of kills the background noise, but we'll see what happens. I might have to switch over to the lav mic. So, but if I go like this, we can get a bigger look at the jack stand here. So here's a little bit of a closer up. Let me just see if I can bring this back out a bit. So all we're going to be doing is we are going to be, let me get that cleaned up a bit. So yeah, all we're doing is we are shrinking this down. We're making that smaller inner tube. So this here will be flush. And then this guy here will slide into that inner piece and stick out. We'll be able to have the nut on the inside of it and the shim blocking it and keeping it locked into place. Nice, quick, easy print, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, we'll let that do its thing here. I don't know if I will. I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is, while this is going here, I'll take a quick break here, and we will get the print going here, and yeah, I will be right back. I'm just going to keep an eye on that, make sure everything starts off fine here, make sure my print settings are good. I haven't checked anything over in a while, so hopefully this prints out fine. So I always find that I get too much running filament when my print goes to start, so I always have to like run over there with a pair of tweezers and like clean off the little chunk that's dripping down before it actually starts the print. There's the fan there. It's nice and loud. I don't know if you can hear it. All right, so that's going. We'll see how that turns out. The main goal is to get it so the screw is going through that section and we're able to actually get that nut in there and everything fits properly before we go ahead and start adjusting more things within our prints here. So I would like, because yeah, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the top here and set it on top of here and line it up with the holes here and just kind of Mickey Mouse it together. That should work. Let me try to get that a little bit more in frame here. There we go. That's a little bit better. So yeah, now I'm just basically waiting for that to do its thing. Right now I'm using our streaming from the Octoprint thing, so it is a little glitchy. I might have to change that as well. I might have to run an actual cable over there. Okay, so I can close out Repetier. So while that's doing that, maybe what we should do is go on to Amazon and find something that we can actually 3D print. Well, not 3D print, but 3D design to print. That's where I've done a lot of my designs. I've done phone holders and pen holders and stuff like that, just to see if it's doable. Like here is the one, my first, I should say, um, my first three. Like you can tell how big this jack stand is compared to this. So this is a cell phone holder that I had 3D printed. I just basically got dimensions off of the unit and 3D printed it, and I've been using this for a long time now. And then yeah, you can just slide your phone in there like that, have your charge port there, and then on the back here, slide your cable through there, and away you go. And then you're able to use that. But for on my desk, I now use this one here. I did print this one off of Thingiverse, I do believe, but I like this one just because I was able to stand my phone up straight or have it on a bit of an angle and then be able to just have it on my desk like that and then be able to actually use it for more things. Okay, so that stuff's just worried about my print. Always am. I should actually have that camera zoomed in a bit. I don't know if there's an advanced control for Octoprint for that or not. But I do need to get the other print going as well, or printer going, sorry. And I was talking to the guys earlier today on Twitch here, and they told me to use Octofarm. So I checked it out, and it looks cool, but I need a dedicated Pi to run that, and then my different instances on each Pi have to have Octoprint, and then it just controls them all, which is more than doable. I've definitely got enough Pis for that, but I want to make sure yeah, I don't know. Either that or I'm just going to run a completely different Octoprint on the other Pi as well. It doesn't matter really. Just because when I go to do, I just don't want to get my G-code files mixed up because one will have the code for the auto bed leveling, the one on that you can actually see right here. That's not running right at the moment. The other one is right here. So I don't know. We'll play around with it anyways. But yeah, so maybe we'll go on to Amazon, see what kind of fun we can find on there, and I guess I don't know, unless someone has an idea of something cool we can clone or try to design to 3D print. I'm just going to check something out here. Let's go to come on. Check out. Okay, well, if anyone has a suggestion of any item on Amazon or on some sort of marketplace, uh, preferably not something that someone else has created, but like some mass produced product that we can clone, uh, let me know and we can see what we can do here. Oh, I must have done a bigger infill on my print here because it looks like it's going to take almost 6 hours to print. That's a little much, so that's going to be a pretty solid piece there that we're printing. Well, I guess it helps if I can actually see the chat window here. So yeah, anyone that is watching, also make sure to hit the follow button there. Just lets me know that you're here. And, you know, like everyone says, follows are free. So don't be scared. Do it up. Just lets me know that you're here and you want me to continue doing this. I see there's a few people in chat. All right. So while that's doing that, I am going to... What would be something that we could use around here? I don't know. I've already 3D printed so much stuff that, Amazon.com. Usually I'd go to the .ca site, but, you know, let's see here. Okay, so I've done cell phone holders. Done tool holders, parts bins. What is something that we could do? Doo-doo-doo. Like, do we need more trays? Always use more trays, right? Would be... I guess I could go... I go like this. And let's go... Okay, there we go. All right. Browser. Okay, I'll try to... well, I guess I can get rid of a couple of these, so we can get rid of that for now. And let's get rid of that for now. We'll leave the 3D printer up there while we're looking around here. What can we do? Um, so what else do I need? I need um uh shelf bracket. Um, I don't know. Let's see what we can find here. So I'm not sure. I do need. Hmm, I don't like those. Um, do I need a shelf? Where do I need a shelf? I need more of a display shelf. Oh, I kind of like those. The floating shelf brackets here. That's kind of cool. Um, chances are, I don't know. Oh, hey, look at that. What's this? Wall bracket. What is this? What is this for? Oh, is this for like a full size propane bottle? I kind of like that. I have straps that are similar to this that I get from work all the time. So we could probably do something like that. And then how's it? Look at that. They basically left us with, like, do they have the dimensions down here? Huh. Huh. Look at that. So they've basically given us all the stuff we need to make this cylinder bracket. Now, I wouldn't say I would want to make it for a cylinder. There's definitely other things. I even have like a garbage can that's on the floor, like a small red one. That it'd be kind of cool to make it so it was mounted up off the floor. This would kind of fall in that realm of something that might work. But I do like this idea. But what if we did something similar to this? No, got to be something else we can. I do like this idea though. I'm just trying to figure out what multiple uses we could make it for. Just because I don't usually have propane tanks laying around that I mount on the wall besides the one that I put on my barbecue. So I'm not really worried about that. If I was camping, maybe if I had it hooked up to a torch or something. But I do like that idea. So it looks like it's just ABS plastic. So we definitely have some ABS plastic that we can use. Okay, I like that. Um, oh yeah, I forgot that was in my cart. These guys wanted me to test their product out. Anyways, what is this? Supposedly this is a pretty good monitor. I I think this is the one. No, this can't be the one. Huh. Well, let's see if there's anything in today's deals here. What could we print? I'm really liking that cylinder. Is that on this page? Okay. So this is option 1. Oh, what do you want? Okay. Well, that reminds me, I do need a new security camera because mine finally capped on me. So what I was using was that Genie indoor camera for outside. It lasted about 4 or 5 years, maybe a bit longer, but it finally gave up on me. So I gotta look for a new camera for outside, but I want something with pan and tilt as well as a following mode. Um, Nothing here is jumping out. I do need to, however, make a few more sections for my remote holder. So that's another option. Let's even just look for... I don't use candles, but... yeah, I'm not thinking that's going to be the winner. Um, let's go for mounting brackets, because that's going to give us a bit more options. So I think what we'll do is next week I'm gonna start building a project so we can Twitch stream from a Raspberry Pi anywhere. We will have to connect directly to my phone and use that as a hotspot, but I think we'll get a multi-camera setup done up on one of my bikes, and that way we can go for rides, be able to have multi-camera shots, and maybe you guys can almost see me get hit by a car here and there, because it seems every other week someone wants to not follow the rules of the road around me. What else can we print? No. A lot of this stuff I know people have already made, so I don't really want to do that. I wonder, maybe, see what kind of tripod mounts. Like, I've done plates, tripod plates before. I don't know. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas here. Well, we'll come up with something though. maybe I'll just take a break for a moment and think about what I want to do. So let's go here. I'll put that up on screen for a few minutes here. I'm just going to be back here shortly. We'll let this finish its printing. Let's see what we're at for time. Looks like we're down to 3 hours, so obviously the print's picking up speed. That was just the estimated time. That shim looks pretty small. I'll be right back. You can watch the 3D print. If you think of anything that you can find on Amazon that would be cool to replicate or make either smaller, bigger, whatever, let me know. All right, and I am back. So we're trying to look for more things to 3D design. I'm trying to look around, kind of see if there's something that jumps out at me that, hey, it'd be kind of cool to look that up. But really, nothing's actually jumping out. So we will. Yeah, the only thing is the OctiDigi cylinder wall bracket, um, which would be kind of cool to do. But what happens if we redesign it to, let's say, hold something else instead? Something not as big. What could we do? Like an emergency energy drink or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be a big gas cylinder, a 20 liter. I think that's what it said, a 20-pound cylinder. Yeah, so. Um, Heavy duty shelf brackets. Okay. Okay, let's just go to wall mount bracket here. Take a scroll through here. Sort by low to high. Well, I do have a Roku. I don't need a... What's this? Oh, wall mount speaker mounts. That might be something. But I'd want it with the articulating arms. I've bought these guys before. That was a waste of money. Um, let's go high to low. Let's see what the expensive stuff is. See if we can... Oh, wouldn't that be fun? What do we got here? A little cabinet. These media carts, I cannot believe how much they want for them. All right, let's keep going here. So these are just... I wish I could get rid of monitors, but in the event that there's a monitor mount that I like, because I do need one for over in the CNC room. But I think what I'm going to do is run that all off of Raspberry Pi at some point. I have to get that figured out. So that'll be probably either Tuesday or Thursday stream. Once again, make sure to hit the follow button if you are watching this on YouTube later on. Make sure to subscribe as well there. You'll find all my social media links on the page here on Twitch. So make sure to follow me wherever and throw me some ideas, and we can come up with some cool things to design and print out. But if you know me, I like to print things that are practical, things that we are actually going to use. As much as I'd love to print action figures and, you know, Star Wars stuff and things like that, to me, it's not what to me, I use a 3D printer as a tool, not as a form of making little trinkets, which is cool too. Don't get me wrong. If I had a resin printer, I would probably most certainly be trying to do some figures and things like that. Like I would want the highest quality I could get, and I think a resin printer would be the route to go there. But that just being said, I don't like to sand my prints and smoothing them out and everything. I just like to print it and it's functional, and away we go. So a ceiling drop down mount. So we could do the plates, do conduit as the tubing, and then have it mount. No, I don't want to put screws in my roof. What is this? A wall mount rack. So all my computer stuff and everything is in the next room, so I don't need any sort of things like that. I ran all my stuff through the wall to kind of keep it down as quiet as possible in here, but we are 3D printing, so we might be getting some of that noise as well. All right, what do we got here? Wall mount. Oh, let's see what we got here. Wall mount plastic. I don't know. I don't use plastic bags. Don't need that. That's kind of cool. Once I get the laser cutter going, we'll be able to make some more things. But then I got to get another setup or another camera in the other room there, which is at the other end of the house. We don't need paper towel holders. Everyone's done those. And that would be pretty easy. I actually think the holder that I have on my workbench would actually work for paper towel holder anyways, so which I made for mounting cameras to make a top down, but I don't use that workbench for streaming, so it's only for when I record videos. So I'm not seeing anything. Nothing's jumping out so far. The only thing, what is this? Curtain rod holder? No. File organizer. No. Really? That's what they... So with this here, I would have done it different. I would have tried to have kept the screw holes there not visible, so when you don't have a record up on that stand, it's not visible. Corner shelves, could probably use one or two of them. What's this? Wall mount phone holder. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I will just call it a night, let that print, and then I'll just print out the other piece that belongs to it, the shorter tube, and another base to go with it. Um, and then we can just tinker around with this maybe tomorrow or Monday and see how everything goes together and start. Actually, you know what? No, I don't want to start designing the top. Um, so let's go to let's go to jack stands here and see what kind of different see. These are all pretty basic, right? It's got your little V groove that it's gonna set in. Um, so I guess that would be the first thing is coming up with that V groove mounting plate. Um, yeah, we could definitely do a couple different styles, like one like the V, and then one more U shaped, right? With RV leveling blocks. No, don't need that. See, I was thinking originally to do a jack stand like this one here, but then I thought about it and why overcomplicate things. Um, right now, all I'm doing is just looking at the ends there. Um, so we could make rubber pads. Isn't it TPU that's more of a flexible filament? We could probably do something like that. Um, yeah, nothing's really jumping out of what I want to have happen. Like I said, there's a couple different options that I want, but they're none of these. Um, so let's try. I want to see handle bar stand. So right here, no, I don't want any of that. What's that? there is... Yeah, so originally what I was thinking is like taking something like this, kind of an idea with the strap here. But we have the plate and then the tube, and all we'd need is a strap, so we could have a little bit of a round and then have a Velcro strap that goes over top. So this is my concern on my e-bike, is having like my controller and everything on the ground when I'm trying to work on the bike. So, you know, and this is $30, right? Which is great, you know, like that's pretty darn cheap, but I'm a little bit cheaper than that, right? So, and I don't want to take their design, because that's their design. I would like it to fold together. We can always change, but I find, depending on the e-bike, this may or may not be high enough. So that's why I wanted it to be in a jack style, so we can actually... So yeah, they've got just this strap here. So it doesn't matter what bike, but I want it for an e-bike. So that's similar to what we will be doing. Okay, so they've got the... So I should be able to take a handlebar grip and just get the outer diameter of it. But then there is some other handlebar grips that it might not work on. So, but I do like that. With that being said, I don't want... Because when you're laying your bike down like that, you're laying it on the seat. So maybe we can come up with something that takes the weight off the seat as well at some point here. That kind of clamps on to the bike seat post. So we're able to flip it, but keep both the handlebars and the seat off the ground, so we're not scraping it up or anything's happening. And maybe make the back a little wider stance, right? Because we have a wider stance on the front. Why not put a wider stance near the back more? Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do. I do like their design. That'd be great, but I don't think I'd want to spend... I'd rather spend that much on filament than I would on purchasing it, even though I do like their design. So handlebar clamp. So let's see what's hiding in here. These mirrors are terrible. What we got here? Handlebar risers. Um, that one comes with a key. So originally what I wanted to do was I could make a bottle cage holder. That'd be all right. Originally what I wanted to do was get a GoPro or another action camera that I could actually connect to my phone and stream while I go on my rides. But unfortunately, I couldn't find anything that would be in my ballpark. So I figured I have Raspberry Pis, I have cameras, I have, a bunch of different things. We could come up with our own little setup and build a pretty cool streaming rig on my bike and go on some adventures that way. So I think that's probably what we'll do. All right. So anyways, I think this is the winner so far. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we can build it for under 26 bucks. And we can use ABS plastic too, so it is a bit stronger than PLA. Just do a higher infill. We're not going to be doing a 20-pound tank. Yeah, that might be something I'll play around with. But maybe what we will do is maybe what we'll do is we will, yeah, just call it for tonight, and we will carry on. Oh, like I said, maybe tomorrow or whatever there. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna call it good for tonight. So thanks for watching, everyone. Uh, Make sure to hit the follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all that kind of fun jazz. Yeah, and if you have any ideas of any products out there or something that you think would be cool to have 3D printed and designed up, let me know. I love coming up with ideas and seeing how they play out. Is it something that is realistic? Or is it something that's going to fail? Or how can we improve on the design, make it better, stronger, more durable, last longer? And go from there, right? So let me know in the comments or in the chat window. Send me an email, whatever you want. All my social media links are around somewhere here, either on YouTube or Twitch. It's there. Check them out. With that being said, that's going to do it for me for tonight. So thank you for watching, everyone. We will check out the print tomorrow. And thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night and take care, eh?